Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's bonus video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my current beauty favorites. I haven't uploaded a monthly or beauty favorites video in quite some time. These are actually very nostalgic for me because the very first video I ever uploaded to YouTube was a beauty favorites video. So these are kind of near and dear to my heart. I have a lot of love for them. Before we jump into it though, I just want to let you know that I am playing around with my sound a bit. I have been moving my microphone to different parts of my room, despite the fact that this room that I film in is actually quite small. And despite the fact that there's actually carpeting and all kinds of stuff all over the place, I have stuff on the walls around me, there is still a lot of tinny bounce back sound no matter what I do. So I did move the mic even closer to me. So I'm hoping that everything sounds good, but please bear with me because with this filming stuff and YouTube, I swear to you, it is all 100% trial and error. One more thing I want to mention, you guys, I am so bummed right now. I actually just got done attempting to film this same exact video, but I filmed it in a get ready with me style chit-chatty video. I talked about some amazing topics. The flow of the video was so good, and I went to go edit it and I was out of focus the entire time and I didn't even notice it. I am so sad right now. This isn't exactly the version of the video that I wanted to give to you guys, but nonetheless, here we are. So with all of that out of the way and all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So the first products that I want to share with you guys are some complexion items. The Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. This is actually a hydrating and pore minimizing primer. This is by far the best primer I have ever tried. I used to love the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer, but to be honest, it just doesn't mesh well with my skin anymore, so I just kind of stopped using it. It's a little bit too heavy on the dimethicone side for me now, so I can't really get down with that one anymore, but this one has so little dimethicone, it's oil-free, it's hydrating, but it still gives my face this kind of flawless look, and foundation looks fantastic on top of it. The other primer that I have been loving, this is one that I have talked about on my channel a gazillion times before. This is the NYX Honey Do Me Up primer. As you can see, I have been chipping away at this. I've had this for probably just over a year now, and I've got very little left. It's getting to the point where it's pretty hard to get all of the product out, but it is such a good primer on those days that I just need a lot of extra hydration, or I just want something more on the serum side. I'm not looking for dimethicone or things to fill in pores. This is kind of my go-to. I really love this. It's always on my vanity top shelf. So let's talk about a couple of foundations. The first one I want to give some love to is from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 445. This one is just slightly dark for me. It does oxidize quite a bit, this color. So I do want to order a slightly lighter shade so I can mix the two together. But you guys, this foundation gives you the most beautiful natural finish. It's not matte, but it's not dewy. It's right in the middle. It's breathable. I don't even have to set this foundation. Powders layer on top of it so nicely, and it just gives my skin this like flawless touch. It almost looks like there's a filter on my skin. It doesn't settle into fine lines or pores or exaggerate any texture. It just looks so good. The best part about it too is that it is buildable. I do get a beautiful coverage off of just one layer with this, but if I'm looking for a little bit extra or I'm a little bit more red, I can dab just a little bit on, blend it out with a brush or a sponge. I like to apply it either way, just depending on my mood, and you're gonna get the most beautiful coverage. This stuff is just fantastic. Top shelf. I reach for this over my NARS, my high-end stuff. L'Oreal just really hit the mark with the foundation. This is a fantastic product. If you haven't tried it out, go try it out. Another face product I want to talk about is from Too Faced. I reviewed these on my channel and I have talked about these before. This is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This stuff is fantastic. It's actually what I'm wearing today. When I want like mega coverage, or I just want something that is just a little bit more glam, this is what I go for. This is going to lean more towards a natural, kind of radiant finish, I would say. It's not totally dewy, but it does give you a little bit more sheen. I just absolutely love it. I mixed the shade Vanilla and Golden Beige, and it is like the perfect color for me. It just looks beautiful. I don't have to bronze down my neck or anything. It doesn't oxidize, and I love that I can actually bring it right up under the eye, and I'm not only giving myself total coverage foundation, but it's also a concealer all in one. I can use it to prime my lids. This is just a solid product. Love these. This is from Milani. This is the Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. I have mine in the shade 120 Light Vanilla. Oh my God, you guys, I have never been so obsessed with a concealer before as I am with this. What I love most about this is that I feel like even aged skin can use this. It does not settle into fine lines. It does not exaggerate the crepiness under my eyes. And I don't even have to set this. No joke. This concealer does not really crease. I didn't think that that was possible, but I have never used a concealer that performs quite like this. It's long wearing, it's super opaque, it's pretty high medium coverage, I would say. I do layer it just a bit right here on the inner corners where I do have just a bit more darkness on my eyes, but most of the time I don't even need to do that. This is probably hands down the best under eye concealer that I have ever tried. This blows everything else that I've ever used out of the water. I'm almost out of it because I use it daily. I just absolutely love it. The undertone, the shade selection, fantastic. It works perfectly with my skin. It is so good. All right, let's talk about some bronzers because I have like 5 of them. I know this sounds crazy, but these bronzers are in heavy rotation, but there is one that I have just been reaching for over everything else for the past few days. This is kind of a cheat because I just got this item, but this is from Morphe, the Glamabronze Face and Body Bronzer in the shade Icon. Oh my God, you guys, this bronzer is incredible. I am in love, mostly with the way this blends. I like to take, where's my favorite brush? The BH Cosmetics, this is their number 3 brush. And I dip into the huge pan, which I also love. I go like this. And you guys, it just gives you the most beautiful, perfect bronze glow. Now, it's strange that this would give you a glow because it is a matte formula, but it gives you like that sun-kissed look. And it's like the perfect undertone for a lighter bronzer. If you are light-ish medium skin tone like me, and you have a hard time finding a bronzer that doesn't pull too red or too orange on your skin, try this out. It's 19 bucks, but you get a crap ton of product in here. There's 0.7 ounces, so you get quite a bit of product. The packaging is beautiful. I love that. You've got a giant mirror. The pan size is huge, but the blend on this is the most blended I feel like my bronzer has ever looked. It is just, I can't speak highly enough about it. Like, I have a serious, legit, like, love affair / obsession going on with this bronzer. I can't even stop looking at myself in the mirror because it just looks so diffused and soft and beautiful. So good. Morphe, please don't ever get rid of this bronzer because, yeah, we're going to be in trouble. Another bronzer that I have to say that I really have been enjoying is from Milani. This is their Sunlight Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. This is in the shade Sunlight. Again, this is, I think, the lightest shade. I'm not wearing this now, but this is another beautiful, more cool tone bronzer, I would say, that again, doesn't pull very red on me. It is a little bit pinky, but I actually enjoy that sometimes because I can get like a blushed look out of it as well without it looking too red. I do have a lot of redness to my skin as it is, so I try to cover that versus bringing it back out. But I just really love this bronzer as well. It blends beautifully, it smells amazing, and it's just a really good solid drugstore bronzer. So this is one that I was using pretty much every day until I got my Morphe bronzer, so I still have to give it some love because I think it's a really good product. Another bronzer that I want to give a shout out to is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the Tequila Tan. So this is another really beautiful bronzer, mid-tone, blends beautifully, super buildable, just looks really gorgeous on the skin. For the longest time, you guys, I was sticking to more shimmery, or it's just more luminous, radiant. Why can't I find the word right now? More radiant looking bronzers, but now I'm like on the matte bronzer train, which is so strange, but as you can tell, I'm feeling it. There's some really good formulas coming out. Let's talk about some blush. This is also from Kylie Cosmetics. This was launched in her Valentine's Day collection. There isn't a sticker of the name of this on the back, so I'm not quite sure what the name of this one is, but I also love Kitten Baby. These two blushes are just beautiful. I love her new blush formula. I'm wearing this one on my cheeks today. It just gives you this perfect flush of color. I'm not a huge fan of like overly pigmented blushes because, again, like I said, I'm kind of red as it is, but these are just stunning. They blend beautifully and they just give you this beautiful flushed finish. I love them. What more can I say? They're really solid blushes. Let's move on to some highlighters. You guys, I hate to say it because y'all know that Tarte has kind of been on my shit list as of recently, but they did just release a palette which I could not stop myself from ordering. I did order it from Sephora, so hopefully I won't have any shipping issues. Well, I know I won't have any issues. I never have issues with Sephora, but I couldn't say no, so I'm like, you know what? The canceled culture, yes, is pretty toxic, and I know that, and I really hate saying that, but I did have a temporary cancel on Tarte, but I'm warming back up to them again. I'm going to give them another try. But with that being said, before all of that stuff happened, if you've been following my channel, if not, I'll put the video down below. The Tarteist Pro Glow and Blush Palette. You guys, this really, really, truly is an amazing face palette. What I am most obsessed with is the highlight in this. Where's my highlighter brush? Hi-Fi. This highlight in here is to die. I am obsessed. What I do is I take this and I actually top it with another highlighter, which I'm about to mention, but it just gives you this wet, just super reflective, beautiful, sculpting glow. It just looks absolutely stunning. It's like that perfect mix of gold and champagne. It just lays on the skin beautifully. And you guys, this formula, even the bronzer and the blushes in this, which I also love when I'm looking for something a little bit more radiant, a little bit more glowy, this entire palette for me is just fantastic. I love it. But that highlight in there though, so good. And it is long wearing. It will glow all day long. What I've been into is topping it with this highlight from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the Dreamin' of Diamonds. So I just dab into this. So I put that Tarte highlight down first, and then I just top it with this, and it gives it kind of like this little extra pop of gold, and it just looks gorgeous together. I absolutely love it. Another highlight that I have been obsessed with that I don't have in front of me is from ColourPop. It was from the Zodiac collection that Kathleen Lights did a few whatever months ago. The shade On the Cusp. Oh my God, I am obsessed with those Super Shock highlights. They are so good. I also like to top this one on top of it as well. It's just super glowy, you guys. I'm just so excited because I feel like I have found like my go-to face products that I just love and can't stop using, and they're in my everyday makeup bag, everyday makeup routine. It just feels really good when you find products that just work beautiful for your skin, and it makes me really excited to do my makeup every day. So yeah, super happy about that. I almost forgot, before I move on to some other things here, we're almost done with face products. This is from Hourglass. This is their Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I have heard people say they don't like this, and I do not understand it. This is the most beautiful setting powder that I have ever tried. I cannot stop using this. When this runs out, I will for sure be buying another one. I can't stop reaching for this. I've tried some setting powders in the past that I really, really enjoy, like the ColourPop setting powder. That one is beautiful too because it's so finely milled and it's fantastic. I do really actually enjoy the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, but you guys, I'm sorry, this blows both of those out of the water. If you have dry skin, this is going to be a godsend, prayers answered for you. I actually can bake with this without looking cakey and crusty. I set my makeup with this every day, and what I love about it is it doesn't make me look flat and dry. It's very just soft and glowy and just beautiful, but sets your makeup down, and powders blend on top of it like none other. It is just so good. I can't. I am so in love with this. I am so happy that I was lucky enough to actually get this in my Beautylish lucky bag, because I probably wouldn't have tried it otherwise, because it's like 58 bucks or something like that, somewhere in that realm. And I probably wouldn't have ever made the jump to try it because I'm so picky with setting powders. But oh, this formula is beautiful. You guys try it out. It is fantastic for dry skin. I love it. Let's talk about some lip items. I have 3 to get through quickly. First off, I am living for this lipstick from ColourPop. This is one of their luxe lipsticks. This is in the cream formula. Again, from the Kathleen Lights Zodiac launch. This is the What's Your Sign shade. This is the most beautiful nude lipstick ever. I get so many compliments even when I'm out and about and I'm wearing this lipstick shade. It is the perfect like brown, nudie, not too peach, warm undertone lip shade. I absolutely love it. I've been wearing this in like the last several videos that I have uploaded, you guys. This is the lipstick that I have on in those videos. And then I top it with the Morphe Flower Crown lip gloss. If you're looking for a solid, affordable lip gloss formula, check out Morphe's formula. This is hands down one of my favorite glosses. I love this, especially the shade Flower Crown. This is in and out of my purse all the time. I always have it with me. This combo together is just stunning. I love it. One more lip product I want to give some love to, again, is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is her high gloss in the shade 23. First off, can we talk about the gold reflex in this? So beautiful. It's actually what I have on my lips right now. When you first put it on, you're just like, whoa, like that's really gold, but once it just like settles into the lips, it is gorgeous and bronzy and just reflective and absolutely stunning. And it's a very comfortable formula. Smells like vanilla birthday cake. Again, a solid, amazing gloss formula. But if you don't want to spend the money on one of these, or you don't want to support Kylie Cosmetics, because I hear you guys, I know that some of you just don't like supporting the brand, and I totally understand it. Give the Morphe glosses a try because they are so good, and they're very similar, I would say. But look at that. Gorgeous. I love it. Moving on to a brow product. This is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I have mine in the shade dark brown. I'm wearing it right now. I love this. Even on days that I don't like carve out my brows or really fill them in with a powder, which is what I normally do, this is just what I put on every day. There's actually quite a bit of pigmentation in this, and it actually really fills in your brows quite nicely. And this is like $6. It is a really good formula, and I think I'm almost out of it. I've been using it so much, but I can even layer it because it doesn't give your brows like that crunchy, thick feeling, and it holds them in place. So you're also getting pigmentation from it, but it's also holding everything in place. It's just a really nice finishing touch to add to your brows, especially if you like to fill your brows in with powder like I do. This is just nice versus using a clear gel. This just gives you that extra bit of volume to your brows, a little bit of extra hit of pigment, and holds everything in place. Such a solid formula. I love it. A mascara that I want to show some love to that I haven't in so long. I recently went shopping with my aunt and she needed mascara and she picked up Roller Lash, and I actually ran out of my Roller Lash, but in it came with a free mini, and she was like, oh, you can have it, not a big deal. And I was like, sweet, I'll take it. So thanks, Sherry, if you're watching this. But I forgot how much I love this mascara. It's what I'm wearing right now. I feel like when there's so many new product launches and there's all these things I'm testing out, I have like a legit drawer full of mascara right now. You forget sometimes what you really, really, truly loved, and you kind of got to go back to your roots. This mascara is gorgeous. It keeps my lashes curled all day. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, and it's not very hard to remove, which I'm also a fan of. But I have to give some love to this because I love Roller Lash, and I forgot how much I loved it. I can't stop using it recently, so I'm gonna have to pick up the full size. It's just appropriate for everyday and even glam looks. It's just overall a solid formula, and I just love that it keeps my lashes curled. And again, the best part about it is that it doesn't flake or smudge throughout the day. So Gotta give some love back to Benefit Roller Lash because it is really truly one of my favorite mascaras. Two more items to talk about. I have to talk about the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts eyeshadow palette. I can't stop reaching for this. When I am just getting ready for work, or I need something soft, or I want something more glam, this is kind of what I've been reaching for. I am wearing these shadows on my lid today. Somebody on my last video asked me what my favorite shimmer shadows were, and I have to give it to Colored Rain because their formula is stupid good. So I'm going to swatch this shade here for you guys, Your Majesty, right underneath this lipstick swatch. Look at that. The metallics in this are just gorgeous. Royal Highness, this shade here is my favorite. That's what I have all over my lid right now. It's just like the intensity of these. They're so foiled. They're so intense. They're so pigmented and reflective. They add so much dimension. It's just absolutely stunning. The mattes in here blend like none other. It is unreal. I think that Colored Rain makes arguably my favorite eyeshadow formula. I'm gonna go out and say that. It's just the way that everything blends. It looks so flawless. It's so pigmented, long wearing. The formula is just truly incredible. If you're just a little bit more conservative and you really just want to invest your money into makeup that you know is guaranteed to work well, and you want that one palette that is just good for every day, despite how this might look a little intense to some people, this palette is actually pretty neutral. I mean, these two shades right here, these right here, and then these three up here, those are the shades that I have on my lid right now pretty much. And they're just beautiful, and I believe it's worth the money. You're not going to be disappointed. The metallics perform. The mattes are buttery, pigmented as all hell, blend beautifully. It's just, the formula is so good, you guys. I can't praise it enough. Last but not least, I have to give a shout out to Wet n Wild for these sponges. I reviewed these on my channel quite some time ago, but look at how these are holding up. I have washed these like a gazillion times because I'm crazy about my tools and what I put on my face as far as like foundation stuff goes, because that's what grows bacteria pretty quickly. But I wash these on the daily. These have held up so good. It's been at least, I want to say at least a month. They are so amazing. They're soft, they're squishy. They just blend product like none other. I have a beauty blender as well, but I have to say, I actually like these better. I want like a large version of this, and I'm not even quite sure if Wet n Wild makes a bigger version of these. This is about as large as they get wet, and as you can see, next to a damp beauty blender, the beauty blender is just slightly larger, so it's a little bit easier to blend your makeup out with this, but there's something about the construction, how these are made, and they're so soft and just plush and blend out makeup gorgeously that I'm obsessed. And I think I got the two of them together in a pack for like $3 or something. Like, these are hands down the best affordable drugstore sponge that you can get. All right, you guys, so leave me a comment down below and let me know what your current beauty favorites are. What are your tried and true? What is always out on your vanity or in your bathroom? What are you just constantly reaching for that you just can't find yourself reaching for anything else? I love to hear about the makeup that you guys love. Let me know if I mentioned any products right now that you are loving as well. I think it's pretty fun when we are both obsessed with the same thing. So leave that comment down below. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, share it, and we haven't done this in a while. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, share your favorite emoji down below. Or let's make it funner. Share the last emoji that you sent down in the comments and give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and spending some time with me today and viewing this video. It means the world to me. You have no idea how amazing it is that even 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, whatever, even sit down and watch some of my videos. It's just crazy to think of that many people sitting down to watch me. It still floors me to this day. So thank you so much for your love and support. Welcome to those that are new. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell button before you go. I love you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, guys.